Hi, I'm Tim, and welcome to WatchYouWant.com. Thanks for logging on. Today we're looking at a classic from back in the day. For those who long for the classic Omega Seamaster Professional 300-meter references of the late 1990s and early 2000s, I've got a real treat for you today. This is the Omega Seamaster Professional 300-meter Chronograph reference 2598.20.00. Now this watch was exceptional even among those memorable references for its short production run, only about 1997 to 2000, and its distinctive aesthetic that really makes it stand apart from the blue-dialed, blue-bezeled James Bond chronographs. Now, we all know the Seamaster Professional look, as made famous by Pierce Brosnan, starting with GoldenEye in 1995. It was that classic 41mm Seamaster Professional profile with the beautiful 5-link bracelet, the clasp with the twin trigger release, the dive extension, the easy ratcheting bezel, the famed wave texture on the dial, the skeleton hands, and the helium release valve right up at 10 o'clock. Now we remember the chronograph being much the same, but with the 3 registers of the Omega caliber 1164 lying within, and of course the pushers for the chronograph itself. This example, with the polished bezel insert and the beautiful white dial with delicate orange subregister hands and orange chronograph seconds hand tip right there, is almost like a tropical version. And I don't mean tropical in the browned aged patina dial look. I mean tropical as in old Florida Gulf Coast pastel colors, white suits, real Miami Vice type aesthetic. This is the kind of thing I can imagine Don Johnson wearing as he's cruising in a white Testarossa at 11 p.m. going to take down a drug deal. This watch looks like it belongs in that era and that environment. It has tremendous character to it. The look of the polished bezel insert in direct light, even on this iPhone, is just explosive and completely unique. This looks like no other Omega of its era or any other. If you're an Omega fan, you know that watches from this era combined the best of both worlds. That classical Omega Seamaster Professional 300-meter style with the rock-solid ETA 2892, 2824, and 7750 base movements. And this one, the 1164 caliber, is based on the Valjoux 7750 chronograph. So take that gorgeous aesthetic, in this case downright unique, combine it with that tank-like movement. Now add the highest grade of ETA finishing and mechanical refinement. They have 4 grades of 7750. There's standard, elaboré, there's top, and then there's chronometer. Guess which one this is. That's right, this is full COSC spec. So not only are you getting that gorgeous style, but you're getting the absolute highest quality of chronometer grade 7750, tank tough, 42-hour power reserve, automatic winding. This is a true set it and forget it, never take it off your wrist watch. And one of the reasons for that is it has all of the virtues of those classic Bond era Omega Seamaster Professionals, starting with that awesome bracelet. Let's revisit this. 5 links alternately brushed and polished. Nothing feels more supple on the wrist. Not an old Florentine lace metallic bracelet, not the beads of rice made by Gay Frere during the 70s. There's really nothing, not a mesh bracelet. This is singular, and it's been hailed by enthusiasts, even non-Omega fans, since its inception as if not the best, at least one of the best. This is generally regarded as the bracelet and the clasp combination that made Rolex rethink its bracelet and clasp quality. If you love the modern era of milled, solid end link Rolex bracelets and clasps, you owe a debt of gratitude to this era of Omega Seamaster Professional. And really, a generation later, this watch feels just as solid in the hand. The bracelet feels just as smooth. It looks just as good. And that famous twin trigger release clasp, this was actually the first luxury clasp I knew on my wrist. I had the old Bond reference 2831 on my wrist back in the day, or excuse me, 25318000 on my wrist back in the day. This was the first luxury clasp I knew, and it never disappointed. Gorgeous brushed finish, Omega Seamaster Professional engraved right in. This is what a milled clasp feels like, and in addition to fantastic security due to that twin trigger release, it's not a friction fit system. It can't just pop open. It also set the record, I thought, for the easiest and best functioning dive extension. Now, you may ask, when am I ever going to need that? I don't go diving, I don't wear a wetsuit, I'm not Jacques Cousteau. I wore this clasp through college, and I can tell you, at school in New Hampshire, When it was negative 10 degrees out, I was grateful to be able to wear my watch over my winter coat and about 3 sweaters underneath. This is a very useful feature. I love it to pieces. I will always have a sentimental attachment to it. And the bottom line is, with a clasp this secure, it's going to be attached to you too. So combine that great clasp with that epic world-beating bracelet and this completely unique aesthetic, and you have a very, very worthy watch, a watch that any Omega fan would be proud to own. This is a great graduation watch. This is a great first luxury watch. Or, if you're the Omega fan who has it all, this is the one to complete your collection with something that is distinctly unique, rarely seen, and guaranteed to impress the forum regulars on places like Watch You Seek and Time Zone and Watch Pro Site. This is a well-loved reference, and with that tropical look to it, again, not browned patina, but tropic color, tropic vibrance, tropic joie de vivre. This watch has a lot of personality and a completely different aesthetic than the other Seamaster 300M Professionals. Check this watch out in outstanding condition on our website. This Omega Seamaster Professional 300M Chronograph, reference 2598.20.00, can be seen on our website in high-resolution images with the original boxed set and Omega operating manual. Check it out. Check out all that it has to offer. Remember this era and how cool these watches were back in the day. This watch isn't about vintage retro appeal. This watch is as awesome today on the wrist as it ever was. Check it out on watchyouwant.com. And if you remember the halcyon days of the Omega Seamaster Professional 300M, or if you just like a stylish modern chronograph, this Omega Seamaster Professional Chronograph will be the watch you want.